Hey y'all, so today I'm going to do a review and a tour of my Grizzly Tracker 2072. I'm going to go over the boat in general, and I'm going to also go over the modifications that I've done to the boat over time. So let's get started.
What do we do? What do we do?
So here we go on the outside of the boat. I'm going to do a quick overview on the specs of the boat. The boat length is 21.5 feet. The beam is 8 feet 3 inches. The bottom width is 6 foot. Has a 19.2 fuel capacity. And it's a 7-degree dead rise. And yeah, that's about it. So let's go on and take a look on the outside. So on the outside of the boat, you can see I got the woodland camo. Camo's not bad, I like it. It's a little different, but so I got the woodland camo. I got the tandem axle. I didn't want to get this boat with a single axle, so I got the tandem. The tandem also comes with brakes. The brakes aren't bad. The boat's really not that heavy to have brakes on it. But it's not bad. And then as we walk around the boat, I got the sponson pads on the back, and I opted to get the 150 horsepower Mercury on back. I think the package you can get has a 90 or 115 option. I didn't want to get either one of those. The boat is rated for 150 horsepower, and I'm going to get the max rating of horsepower that I can just in case I need it. Let's see. The boat is, I like the boat a lot. It has very good welds on the boat, as you guys can see. I think the manufacturer did a very good job on all the welds on the boat. I'll keep walking around the boat. It's definitely big enough for me, my 2 sons, and my wife to get on it and go fishing all day. Or go to the lake or to the sandbar and the salt water or something like that and hang out all day. It is a flat bottom boat. Has a little bit of a dead rise, but still you're not going to go in the ocean, not going to handle rough water too much. It can do a little bit of rough water, a little bit of chop. You can trim the motor up, get the boat to squat a little bit, but it's definitely not a deep V-hull boat. It's more of a shallow water boat, and that's why we bought it. We bought this boat to really do shallow water red fishing, trout fishing, flounder fishing, whatnot like that. We also go into lakes here in South Carolina, Santee Lake System, and we also go catfishing and crappie fishing and brim fishing. So the boat definitely does the trick for us, what we need it to do and what we want it to do. And let's go ahead and go inside the boat and take a quick tour. So we're going to start a tour of the inside of the boat. We just got back from fishing today, so the boat is dirty. This is how we use the boat every day. We probably bring this boat out every weekend almost, if not every other weekend. So we use the boat a lot. And we use the boat to go a lot of fishing, more so fishing, and then in summertime we do a lot of swimming at the lake and the beach and salt water. So we do use the boat quite often. It does get used a lot. So the boat is a little dirty, just don't hold me against it. And I'm going to give you a tour of the inside of the boat and a couple of the mods I did inside the boat. And I'm going to get my 2 sons to kind of help me out with the tour of the boat. So first off, I'm going to have my son Brody open up the live well right here. And it's a 32-gallon live well. Open it up, son. It's a 32-gallon live well. We use it. It tends to turn into more storage than anything. We do keep my cast net and the kids' cast nets in here, and it does get like their jacket end up getting thrown in here and just snacks and stuff like that. So we do use it, but normally the fish that we bring home we throw right in the cooler and keep it on ice anyway. But it is good to have. We don't do any type of tournament fishing, nothing like that, but it is nice to have, and it's a pretty decent sized live well. And then next to the live wells, we have storage compartments, and this one we just have dock lines in here, a couple old snacks I need to clean out. We keep boat plugs in that one, and just random accessories in there. This one over here, we keep our tackle boxes in. This is a hook tackle box, and it has also a sinker box in it, and a couple other random gulp baits and different swim baits like that we keep in there. And then we also got the anchor locker. Henry, get back. We got the anchor locker right here as well. And we got the anchor, we got some rope, I got the boys' life jackets, we got a throwable in there, and we got a couple other things in there that I'm kind of keeping storage. I still need to get a trolling motor on the boat. We haven't got that yet. That's probably, hopefully the next couple months we get a trolling motor, and I got to get 2 batteries in there as well, so I may have to make a little bit more room. But the hatch is pretty big. It can fit anything I need in there. So, Bird, you can show that. So the casting deck is a pretty big casting deck. Henry, step back, bud. So the casting deck is a pretty big casting deck. I can get on the deck. Both my sons can get on the deck with me and also cast. My wife can get up there too, but it's decent for what we use it for, big enough for what we use it for. And we do have 3 seat pedestal that we could put up here. I don't have any seats for the boat yet. We need to buy 1 or 2, but normally when we're casting or doing what we're doing, we normally don't sit down in a boat anyway. But it would be nice to have the option to be able to sit down if we want to. And you can see in the boat, it has a camo all throughout the boat, the woodland camo. And the floor, the paint in the floor is holding up all right. You can see some spots, like right there, it's starting to wear out a little bit. But I will say, guys, we are on this boat a lot. We do a lot of shrimping out of it. We do a lot of fishing out of it, a lot of swimming. We brought the boat on many of trips to campgrounds and down to Florida fishing and saltwater and scalloping and stuff. So we're pretty rough, especially having the 2 boys on the boat all the time with us. They're constantly running up and down the boat and playing, so it's holding up pretty well. You can see in the boat, the welds, how I said the welds on the outside of the boat look very, very nice. All the welds on the inside of the boat look very nice as well. I think Tracker did a very good job on doing the welds and assembling the boat. I was very pleased with it all. Now we're going to move on to the back of the boat. We got the console here. On the console I got a Humminbird Helix 7 right there. I didn't want to go bigger than a 7 because my console's not that big. It'll take too much room in my console. So 7 fit us just right. So on the console we got three switches. We got navigation, aerator, forward live well, and bilge and anchor lights and whatnot. We got 1 cup holder that's normal storage. We throw sinkers and baits in there. And then we got 5 rod holders on the boat. We got 1 on this side, which I kind of wish we had a couple more in here because I don't really use that little storage area right there, but it's all right. We also got 4 rod holders over here as well. And we got a 9-gallon bait well right here, which is nice because we do a lot of live bait. So we throw a lot of live bait in here. And it also gives the boys something to play with when we're on the boat and not catching a whole lot. They intend to play with the live bait the whole time. So, and inside the console, if you unbutton that, I keep a stack of life jackets and whatnot in there. That way if something does happen, we can pull them out and safety reasons. So, and then we got rod storage on the side right here, which is not bad. But the only problem with that, you need a smaller rod to really fit in there, and all my rods are 6.5, 7.5 foot rods. You really need like a 5 foot rod to fit in there. So it's not bad, but it's still not the biggest compartment. But like I said, we don't really use that too often because we use the rod storage on the side of the console. So moving to the back of the boat. So the seat that was on the boat was just a flat cushion that was on the boat. And it was not bad, but I wanted a bench seat for a couple different reasons. One, you can kind of sit back in the seat a little bit, put your back under something and kind of kick back a little bit. And on top of that, there's days that we're on the water for 8, 9, 10 hours a day. That seat is very nice for the kids to lay down on, put a blanket over them and have them take a quick nap on the boat while we're fishing or doing something like that. So it's nice to have a back to it, that way they can lean back on it and doze off or take a little rest. This boat does not have a whole lot of seating on it, and my wife was definitely wanting a bench seat here just for a little bit more comfort. So I wanted more rod storage on the boat. So I built this rod rack that bolts down to the aluminum plate covering the gas tank. And when you walk around the back, it has room for 4 rods, which I think I'm going to add another rod holder on either side, so it'll be 6 total. And this helps a lot. This helps a lot due to the console only holds 5. We can hold 4 back here, so we tend to bring a handful of rods with us when we go, so it definitely helps with more storage. We do have another hatch back here. Hey, brother, you want to open the hatch?
There's bags.
It's fine, open the hatch. So in here, it's a little bit filled up. I know, I'm sorry guys. So I got another tackle box down there that has more swim baits in it. We have our PSA tackle bag. We just go to the tackle shop, buy some stuff, and we end up leaving it in the bag. We got some toilet paper in case you need it for the kids or me. And then we got extra clothes for the kids. And that dry box right there is my paperwork and documents, and we also got a first aid kit in there. That way, if something happens, we have first aid on the boat. So, with that being said, we got 2 more seat pedestals back here. We got one there, and then one right here. Hold on, Henry. And we got one right there. Brody, open up for you, brother. Inside here, we do have the bilge pump. We also have the live well pumps. We have our 1 run battery right there. I think I'm going to add another one next to it. And I think I would also like to add a battery switch in here. So I can go to number 1 battery, number 2 battery, all batteries. That way if my 1 battery goes bad or runs it down, we have extra batteries in here to at least crank the motor up and get home where we need to go. So that's a future project that I'm going to do. This is the 150 on the back. I opted out for the 150. I wanted more power than I probably need. I don't ever run this boat wide open. But in case I need to get to where I'm getting, or need to get back to the ramp fast, or whatever the case is, I have the power to get there fast. And if I get in rough water, I have a little bit of extra power to help me out. The 150 in back of this boat pushes it pretty well. I don't really drive my boat too fast. I got kids on the boat. But with the 150 on back, with us fully loaded with me, the kids, my wife, all the gear, all the tackle, the boat will probably do about 50 miles an hour. And if I'm a little bit less on gear and not as many people in the boat, I can probably go a little bit over 50, maybe 52, 53. But I don't ever drive it wide open. It's normally cruising 30 to 40 miles an hour, and we're perfectly fine with going that speed. So we're going to move to the VersaTrack. The VersaTrack system that we have, that these boats come with, I like it a lot, and we do a lot of add-ons to it. And I'm a big one. I don't like drilling holes in a boat. I hate it. I just don't like doing it. So with that being said, I made these stainless steel rod holder mounts for any type of rod holder with a 1/2 inch thread on it, 1/2 inch by 13. And these are the monster rod holders. I don't use them often. but I did want to put them on so you guys can see. But I made these stainless steel mounts, welded them together, and they fit well. The rod holders are super strong, super stable with that on there. So it definitely can take a big fish, rod dump, something along that line, and you'd be perfectly fine. It's not going to go anywhere. So we do like them, and it is very nice. And I also made these aluminum mounts here. I got these aluminum mounts here, and they are for our bimini top that we run on the boat. We don't run the bimini top too much in the wintertime, just don't need to. But in summertime, with it being hot and also with it being rainy out in the afternoon thunderstorms here in South Carolina, it is very nice to have the bimini top on a boat. I don't think the top looks that good. I like the look of a T-top more, but the bimini top, in my opinion, is more functional than the T-top. And the kids are already in the snacks of the boat. So this is the tour of the boat. I'm trying to think of what else. Future, what I'm going to do to the boat is I would like to go ahead and add the battery, extra battery switch. I would like to add some more switches to the console. And when I do more switches to the console, I would like to put lights in the console or somewhere in the boat. That way when we're shrimping at night or we're gigging at night for flounder or something like that, we can have lights that turn on. Right now we put the bimini top on and put lights hanging off the bimini top. It's not ideal, but it gets the job done. But I would like to have an option to flip the lights on in the boat. So that is one add that we're going to do. Extra battery in the back with a battery switch to wire it all in. Brody, help him. We're going to put a trolling motor in the front on the bow of the boat. We're going to add the 2 batteries here. And then that will be that. So overall, I'm very happy, very satisfied with the boat. The only thing that I will say about it is that it seems like the paint is powder coated. It seems like the paint inside the boat is not holding up too well, which I understand that we're in the boat all the time. We're constantly fishing out the boat, constantly in the boat. But if you look like on the floor, around the rivets, all the paint, powder coat's chipping up, coming off. You got little spots like right there that you can see the paint's coming off a little bit. Overall, I mean, it's a very small thing. We do run the boat a lot. We are in the boat a lot. We're hard with the boat. Henry, we're hard with the boat. So it's just one of those things where I know it's going to happen. I guess the boat is, I had the boat almost a year. So that's about a year of almost every weekend going out, driving a boat, and the whole 9 yards like that, kids in it. So it's going to have wear and tear. It's going to be a little bit of wear and tear here and there, and it is what it is. Other than that, I'm very happy with the boat. Let's see, we got lights. You can see the light, the stern light is mounted there. And then I got the bow light that's in the front anchor locker right there. Those aren't bad. I do want to also make a mount on the bow that goes into the VersaTrack system. I want to make a mount in the bow that has headlights that come over the bow, and that way when we're fishing at night or gigging, we can also see where we're driving, see where we're going, and also maybe put some lights in the water to see underwater, so when we're gigging, it's a little bit easier for us to see what we're doing. And so I'm gonna get bro to do that for me, right? Other than that, guys, I hope you guys liked the review. I hope you guys liked the boat. If you guys got any questions about it, please let me know. Comment below. I'll try to get back to you guys. And I hope you guys liked the tour of the boat. And y'all have a good day.